I think the main thing would be to be honest with people about what's going on. You might not can do that with everybody, but you have to find somebody that you can confide in.
Yeah.
That I'm just not in a good place. It's not that you done sin or anything like that. I'm just not in a good place. I need some help.
So I guess I'm just trying to say, welcome back to the podcast. I am Mr. Mo.
And I'm Pops.
Hey, man, it's been a long time coming, and we are here. We are back. We did an episode. I want people to I want people to think that we just out here lazy and doing it. We did an episode, and the enemy jumped in the vocals and twisted it up. And so I called Pop immediately and was like, yeah, we can't let this fly. We got to give the people some good stuff. Pop always told me, hey, you got to keep a high standard. Live up to the good. Raise your standard is what he always says. So I have to, and I must follow those instructions. So that's why we weren't able to, release it. So, but when I called you, what did you think about that?
I was thinking, man, it's a waste of time. But, it's okay. Things happen.
It does.
Things happen.
I mean, I love life.
It's part of life.
It's just part of it.
Things just happen.
And we were talking about why Pop was gone for a long time. Because he took a vacation, got married. No, I'm joking.
Please be joking.
People been hit.
How about the marriage?
He's been there all in the comments. Married to who? Married to who? I never met her. They've been ready to call you for sure. He's not married. He's single and mingling though. Nah, but
oh Lord.
Well, why are we trying to put you out there? I don't know why. How does it make you feel? I was trying to put you out still on the dating stuff. Like, how does it make you feel? You okay
I don't know why. I have to cry sometimes.
Come on.
I don't know why.
Come on now. Now, ladies, you can hit this line called. As you see, he sings. But it's good.
All for myself.
It's too funny. But as you see, Papa's back in the building. It was a time where he was like very, 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 very sick. And that's what we're going to talk about today. You said that you experienced some things, you went through some things, and let's tackle and dive into that because I don't want to prolong it. This is the second time of us talking about this, so we're not gonna breeze through, but we are gonna take our time and do what's necessary to get the point across because it is a great point at the end. You all know that. All right, let's start from the beginning. You got sick at school, right? Mess with these, from teaching these dirty. Nah, kids got germs. That's all it is.
I'm not sure what was going on with me at the time, but we was getting ready for spring break,
right?
And when I got home that Friday, it's almost like it just kind of come down on me at once. All of the tiredness and all the stuff we've been through with the kids because we did testing and all of that stuff. So that was pretty tiresome. And when you got to monitor, 3 or 4 times a day, that's can be a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, even though you just sitting there, but that's the thing. You could be doing something else. So I I think I did have I ended up having COVID, I believe.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't come to church that Sunday. And I wasn't sure what it was. I think it was that Monday when I actually went to urgent care. And they said it was COVID. And which I've had that about 5 or 6 times.
This year or just period?
In all.
How many have you had it this year? Just this year alone, how many times have you had it?
I want to say twice. Say twice.
Which case was worse? Last one or this one?
Well, let's see. Well, I was sick during the year before. I was sick during Thanksgiving, just before Thanksgiving. So I was in the hospital for that. And, but that was several things going on then.
So that was more than just COVID, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But that played a part of it. And so this year, when we got out for a spring break, I was in bed the entire time of spring break. And you good?
Yeah, we good. Yeah. I'm doing some little editing, people. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
We good.
So I was just there in the bed. I wasn't really eating, didn't have no appetite. I lost a great deal of weight, but I still have not gained back
See that.
all the weight now. Of course, I refuse to buy new clothes right now.
So you just like, whatever I got. This
hopefully, I'm going to get back
well, we
to where I was, which was a good size then. But I think before I got sick, I was weighing like 174 or 75, something like that. And once I got sick, I was like 165.
Sure.
So I still had, lost a great deal of weight. The 175, that was good. I was trying to maintain between 172, 175, which was good. And so I think the biggest thing was, sometimes, I know that we get sick, and I know the devil doesn't necessarily always cause us to be sick.
Yeah.
But I think when we do get sick, the devil can get in there.
Oh, for sure.
Because one of the things I look back on is that a lot of people called me. A lot of people would try to offer to bring me food. Of course, I didn't have that appetite, but I always would tell people, well, I'm okay. I'm good.
Got you.
So my thing to you all again is don't take that the first time I say it. Question it. Because I might not be all right. That just may be what's been in my head to say. Because it's a normal thing we say.
It is.
I'm good. I'm okay. Because none of us want people to think that we can't do for ourselves. But I spent that whole time, really no visits or anything like that.
Yeah, you were very closed off.
Very close, isolated.
Yeah.
Isolated. Tiff, can I get some water?
I remember, I think we were doing some moving, and I had seen you, and even I would say, pulling up to the house, it was as if nothing was touched or moved, or everything was as if it was just there.
Yeah.
You know.
And I was sick at the time. During that time, y'all were moving. So, and you know, for me, I just don't let folk move stuff in and do whatever they want.
Hey,
but that time, hey,
you
do
just
whatever
like,
you gotta do.
I'll catch y'all later.
I'll be in the room.
Right.
I'll be in the room.
Yeah.
And that's, because it didn't bother me. That part didn't bother me anymore. I mean, I lost interest in it.
I think you were trying to get to a point of just feeling better. That's what I see.
And plus, I want nobody to see me like that.
Which is crazy. Why?
I don't know. It's just, it's kind of like, a lot of people do that. Like say if they got cancer or whatever, and they feel like they look bad, which they might do.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're sick, you look sick.
Yeah.
But a lot of times people don't want folks to see them that way. Especially when they've seen you always up and about doing. But I'm not sure why I didn't want that. And so I just kind of laid there. Actually, I just slept, really. I didn't even watch TV.
What?
That's...
Yeah, that's your stuff.
That's my thing.
So, you were at a point, which is crazy, that you never watched no television show, no YouTube, nothing, no... I think you stayed in your room most of the time, right?
I stayed in my room all the time.
Yeah.
Now, I did go to the store, I think, prior to that and bought a bunch of juice and stuff.
Yeah.
But I wasn't really drinking a lot of it. Because I was sleeping. I was just sleeping.
So do you think it was any... I know your body was tired, for sure.
Yeah, my body was tired. But I think something else was going on. I just don't know what. Because I didn't really... I think, did I have a doctor's appointment? I can't remember if I did. But that I can't remember if I did or not. Because I remember just being at home in the bed.
Gotcha.
Well, when I told the pastor about the COVID, he said it's a good thing you didn't come Sunday.
Yeah.
I gave it to other people, so.
And I think they still got it.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And so, through that, I guess I experienced a lot of things that I would try to handle differently now.
Okay, so now we're talking.
I would try to handle differently because that's why I say people can't let it go that when I say I'm okay. Now, they got to dig a little deeper.
But also in digging deeper, like you always tell us, Jesus. You know something? My wife did this, y'all. She obviously is doing things. This is what happens when you got a home studio, y'all. I just want y'all to know. This is what happens when you got a home studio. Look. At home. Like, listen, I'm gonna put my Cash App down low so y'all can donate to the Over Podcast Studio, and we can just go to that. It's gonna be in the link. Nah, it's not gonna be in the link. I mean, this is just at home studio. It's cool. Listen, we're back. So yeah, can't do that. My wife can punt kick the whole.
Yeah.
Woo-hoo. If you want to be on camera, you should just ask.
Yeah.
You ain't got to kick the camera. Gee whiz. But I love home studio. I love stuff like this. I love the challenges of it. And I love just shooting content at home. What's better than that? Everything's here.
Ain't got to go nowhere.
Yeah, but the one thing you always told us, to be honest about where you're at, deal with your emotions, and if you're not okay, just tell me you're not okay. That's what one wise person told me, and I think to see you in that light, be tested in that same thing that you tell people to do.
Well, it's easier to tell other folks. It's easier to tell other folks to do that than to do it yourself.
Wow. It takes a great person to admit that type of stuff.
Yeah, it does. I mean, that's the truth of it. And I guess part of it too, I don't know why I feel like this, but although people call, ask, can I bring this? Can I do that? Some people that ask, I ain't wanting to bring that. But,
cool, you stay where you at.
But I don't like to bother people. I don't like to inconvenience people or bother folks, but that's just me.
What's the inconvenience though? Like, I mean, you're pops.
I know, but that's what I have to change. That's one of the things I have to change.
Because there is no but. Because like, I know plenty of people you've checked on, looked after to this day. They out of college. You still checking on them. How you doing? You good? Check your cash app. And it's one of those things that you say, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. But I think when the do to you part is like, no, don't do that. Don't do what I do with people. I'm good. Yeah, go ahead and keep that $1 million.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna need that $1 million.
Well, that's a different story.
Yeah.
That's a different story.
I remember one time I was in a restaurant and this lady, she was like, she was trying to do something. We're like, no. I think we gave her something free. And she's like, no, you don't got to. And I was like, no, you good, you ain't got to pay. And she was like, no, you ain't trying to block my blessing. What can you say to that? But it made me think. A lot of times, because it's a chain reaction.
Yeah.
When people give, 9 times out of 10, it's going to be given back.
Yeah.
And that's just like that. A lot of times, I used to be that same way until I talked to you. And I was like, something, maybe Pop is right. The art of giving is also the art of receiving too.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's what I've learned. Like, something like my wife, she won't take nothing, but I have to somehow convince her this is good.
But the scripture says that men were given to your bosom.
Right. Okay, you going to the Bible now.
Yeah. So that's why we give. Mm-hmm. Because men will give unto you.
Yeah.
So that means that we need to receive that.
Is that pressed down?
Pressed down, shaking together, running over.
Running over.
It's either that one. Is that the one?
Yeah, do Pastor Anthony. Somewhere between Genesis and Revelation.
Yeah. But y'all know where we talk about the offering.
But
in that, and then sometimes, on occasion, I have said to people, I'm not charging you anything. Mm-hmm. And then also I understand what the lady was saying. Because if I don't give to you, then you blocking the blessing I can receive from doing what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah.
So, but through that, I know people meant well and all of that, but I think the part of it is I just didn't want to be bothered. I just want to be by myself, which is crazy to be sick and want to be by yourself.
I was about to say, be sick
that's crazy.
And can't do dang near too much.
Yeah.
But you like, I just want to sit here.
Yeah.
But I think that's one of the best tricks that the enemy can ever do.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Is to convince you while you're sick, not when you're healthy, When you're healthy, you're around everybody. But I know as men, what we'll do, we'll tunnel in and be like, get away. Yeah. I'll see you when I get back. I'll see you when I get my strength back. But
I gotta do this on my own.
You know what I'm saying? I gotta shoulder this load. But ultimately, God put us here to work together.
Yeah, I have to stop that. I have to stop that.
So you giving me free range to check you every time you say something like that?
Well, I've said that to people that, you know, when you call, if I'm sick, you call, ask me how I'm doing. Don't just go by how you doing. I'm doing okay. What do you mean?
Yeah.
Tell me how you doing okay.
Yeah.
What's going on today? What's different today than was yesterday?
Yeah. So,
you know, that kind of thing.
So drill you like you drill us.
Yeah.
Y'all hearing this,
exactly.
Right? Y'all hearing
this. Exactly.
So when they say I'm okay, be like, okay.
Yeah, that's just one of the lessons I have to learn. And that's why I'm glad somebody's there with me now.
Yeah.
Because it can help, you know, because, you know, they can be helpful.
Gotcha.
So, but, you know, it even caused me to the point because I had gotten where I couldn't really walk. My knee was bothering me. And that's when I did get better and came to church. Then I had that pain in my leg. I couldn't walk. And they had to take me to the emergency room that Sunday.
Ah, yeah. I remember because I had the mentor that Sunday.
And Brother Donald went up there with me. And then after that, then I started, when I eventually went back to work, that's when my knee, because I didn't go back to work when I was scheduled to go back. Because I still stayed out 2 days without pay.
Wow.
Because I really didn't care if I didn't get paid. You know, normally I said, man, I got to have some sick.
Right.
You know,
right.
I don't need them food deficits.
At this point, you like
they already ain't paying a lot, but you know, you think about those things, and then I just had that. I'm not worried about it. I got to get better.
Yeah.
So, but the crazy part is, I had talked to Pastor, and I told him, I said, well, you know, like my leg ain't gonna get no better and stuff, and he said, I said, I think I might just quit my job. I got retirement and stuff like that coming in. So that's what I had said then. And he said, well, you got to do whatever you think you got to do for yourself. So this is Satan trying to get me there. So later on in the week, I decided I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. I think it'll be all right. And it paid me for a long time, sometime now, but not as bad as it used to.
Gotcha.
And so the reason I know that was a trick of the enemy is 2 weeks later, when I was awarded classified employee of the year.
Yeah.
So I knew that wasn't what I was supposed to do. And then I began to think about all the kids who connect with me.
Yeah.
Wanted to make sure they see me every day. I ain't seen you in a while. Where you been? Where I was out.
Get your little tail out here.
You know, they want to keep up with you.
They checking in on you.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. Because my relationship with them is not anything like they've ever experienced.
Yeah. I think that's with anybody, Pop. That's with anybody you come in contact with.
And they was looking for me. Just to be there. You know. So that's all they asked me this year, about toward the end of the year. You gonna be here next year? I said, I plan to be. But it just shows that how the enemy can take you out unbeknown to you and other folks.
Right. So true.
I mean, just something simple, quitting your job.
I think because, and I'm doing a lot of Bible reading lately. Been, really, diving into who Satan really is. And I think a lot of times we don't have no clue of who we deal with daily.
Yeah.
And I think we wake up like it's a normal day, but every time we wake up and there's breath in our body, it's not that it's another day, and it is another day, and it's a day that God has given us, but understand that we're at war.
Yeah. Yeah. And just because we went to sleep, the war didn't stop.
It didn't. Because
he gets that mind.
Oh, trust. He attack you in your sleep. So,
exactly.
The most and the best time to really attack a person is when they're vulnerable, when they're weak, in their weak stage.
Yeah.
He came at Jesus when he was in his weakest stage of the fast. Yeah. Offering him everything that Jesus already has, but plus can get any more. But if you pay attention, if he attacked Jesus in that stage, the Son of God, he gonna come after you the same way, probably even 10 times more.
Yeah.
Because he has no opportunity, but you have every opportunity. That's why it's a war.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
And I think that's where we as I'll tap back in on that. But I because my mind is black. But I think we as believers have to understand that when we wake up, it's a fight.
It is. Yeah.
But the thing is, it's a fixed fight. It's a fight, but it's a fixed fight. It's not like it's a fight that we lose. Like, it's a fight. Yes, it's a fight. That means get your dukes up, do whatever you need to do to win. And I think Mom said it so beautifully yesterday. It's amazing. We sing all these powerful songs. Never lost a battle. Trust in God. But when the fight is in, those words, that worship is nowhere near us.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
We know all scripture. Lean not to your own understanding. Lord, I don't know what's going on with my body, but God, you know something? I trust that after this and while I'm going through this, you still going to reign supreme, regardless of the situation.
Yeah. And that's what I had to do. I just laid there in my bed about halfway through and said, Lord, you just got to help me.
Yeah.
You just got to help me because I don't know what to do. You know?
Yeah.
And although we know who's going to win the battle, but we don't win if we give up.
Yeah. Because that's what the enemy wants you to do.
Yeah, we give up.
Great part. We be right there at the finish line. Right there. Like we
right think it's so far off.
Yes. Breakthrough is right there.
Right there.
And all you gotta do is go across.
That's what I had to do. I'm telling you, because when I got back to work, man, I couldn't do nothing but just go to the classroom and sit down.
Yeah.
I mean, because all of my energy was just zapped out of me.
Yeah.
I mean, I really, and that's why I had to get up so early because it took me a while to get dressed. because of the energy. But I had to make myself do it. But it's a tough thing, man. It's a tough thing when you can't get your hands back on what you need to have it on. That's why we got to keep him with us all the time. And maybe if I had been playing YouTube or something,
probably could have.
I probably would have been listening to gospel music or
some type of sermon.
A sermon.
Yeah.
Because I do that a lot.
Yes, you do.
That's what was happening this morning. That's why one reason why I was late. I just kept sitting there listening. And it just kept rotating. I sought the Lord. And he answered.
Yeah.
So different songs just kept coming. I mean, and it just spoke to me.
It's good.
So I and then it's kind of tough now because it ain't tough, but when you don't have a schedule to do anything, excuse me, when you don't have a schedule to do anything, it's hard to get up and start doing something. Because you're just laying around.
Wow. You need something to
do? I got something to do. I just won't get up and do it.
Let me know. I got tons of stuff to do.
I got a little bit to do. But after this week, I'll be out for a while anyway.
Okay.
Because I'll be gone on that.
That's
but
the love boat.
Yeah. The boat, but
that little love.
I don't know about I don't know about the love.
Okay, so in closing, tell us something that you can take away from this experience and that you can give to somebody else on what to do and what not to do. You gave a little bit, like, listen, when somebody asks you basically, hey, are you good? It's okay to say, just sit with me for a little bit.
I think the main thing would be to be honest with people about what's going on. You might not can do that with everybody, but you have to find somebody that you can confide in.
Yeah.
That I'm just not in a good place. It's not that you done sin or anything like that. I'm just not in a good place. I need some help. And I think that's hard for many of us to say that I need help.
Which is crazy.
Well, because we've all been so independent. But we really is interdependent. But we always say we're independent.
Gotcha. Yeah.
But we are interdependent because we depend on others for different things too.
And do.
So we're just not totally on our own. But when you isolate it, that makes it even worse. You just got to tell people really what's going on with you.
Yeah.
Somebody will come.
For sure.
Yeah, somebody will come.
Oh, you got somebody in your corner that will show up.
Oh, yeah. Definitely. Definitely.
And if you don't, let us know. We'll show up. Show up no crazy stuff though.
But I think that would be the thing to do. Because life happens. But we have to be honest about where we are and what's going on with us.
Yeah.
I think I said to you the other day, check on me.
Yeah. So I feel like I'll just go ahead and get into the studio. So he just go ahead and just.
So that was part of me doing what I just said.
Yeah.
It's just keep a check on me.
And that's why I love the tap in Mondays that we do.
I look forward to that.
And it's such a I've had a lot of people just great, comments from it, talk to me about it. But I'm just at that point where you need space.
Yeah.
And if the space is not created, a lot of times I used to look at myself like I'm just me, like and I used to always just doubt myself. I used to be like you was on the one episode. You was like, well, I just don't like my voice. But you talk all the time. But it's just,
I do, but
it's like I just don't like the way I sound, but you give advice all the time with this.
That's why I don't listen back.
Powerful tool. You still I know. You will halt somebody in their step to say, hold up. I see that. What's that? You dealing with something. This same powerful tool. And I used to be that same person, and I never understood why so much of a muzzle on something that is so powerful. Because it changes life.
Yeah.
And when it changes life for God, the devil will try to do anything to muzzle it.
Yeah. And that's why I don't play with folks' lives.
I can't afford
I take that seriously.
Yeah.
Because you just don't ever know. That one speaking to may have caused that kid not to go home.
Yeah.
And commit suicide.
Exactly.
You never know the effect. I mean, you just don't ever know. And the crazy part is, many of them be wanting to talk to me, but they won't say nothing.
Wow.
I mean, because they'll tell me later on, well, I had been wanting to talk to you. But I would see them watching me. Pay attention to everything. I can be talking in class about anything.
Uh-huh.
They looking dead in my mouth. But it's important, man. You just can't play with folks' lives. And I was thinking about the message Sunday.
Yeah.
And I notice how a lot of folk got up on the question. But I'm saying, some of y'all saying that don't need to be said.
See, I thought that to myself. Because I said to myself, it's amazing how people are so like trained. Like, if it's not for you, don't stand up. Like, because you gotta understand. You gotta understand the responsibility.
I haven't heard that.
See, I stood up because, I talked to I've talked to my wife about it. I've been feeling this push. I've been feeling this like go, like green light, like serious, like, hey, start this, do this, boom, 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 and this is while I'm starting this. This is me going to my my spiritual mother and father to say, going to, because God is about order.
Yeah.
So I go to them, hey, look, this what I was just given, this is this, boom, 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 make sure this, clear. Once it's clear, it certifies the push.
Yeah.
Like, and I told I've literally just been feeling this push. It's more intense now than ever before. Ever before. That's why you get the tap in Monday. And then on top of that, other things that are being created behind the scenes.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think it's what we're going to have to do because I would love not with the necessarily men from the church, but the men that we tap
in Mondays.
Tap in Monday, and even from this, if they in the area, have a retreat.
This video document.
Just well, we can yeah, I would record.
Okay.
And that's a certain thing because that's how you advertise what we do.
Yeah.
So I think that would be a great thing to do because I just watched one. I think it was yesterday with the guy from Atlanta with the fatherhood program.
Wow.
They had a whole charter bus, man. Took it to this place. And that's what I would like to do. And maybe we can spend like, say, if we can go like a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or even just a Friday and Saturday. Come back Saturday evening or something, early Sunday morning.
Yeah.
And, have our little session, then have fun time.
Back to the old days.
Yeah. Because I always used to wonder, and probably always asking me to come up with the program and stuff for the men.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think he trusted nobody else.
Nah, I wouldn't trust anybody else with that type of ordeal, that stuff now.
Because it seemed like every time that was coming up, I always tried to get something new. So I would end up going to some conference or something. And they would do something in there, and I take what they do.
Got you.
And I adjust it to mine. It's something new and different.
Yeah, Mark Hart told me that's what was it? Bed, steal, borrow, something like that.
I don't know what it is.
Teachers do it all the time.
Yeah.
Bed, borrow, steal. So, I don't like the steal part, but borrow,
Yeah, I borrow.
You're not getting it back, so I guess it's stealing too.
Yeah.
So, sorry.
I'm going to use this.
Gonna flip the fool out of it.
Yeah.
There you go. Still.
Yeah.
It's still shit.
But,
it is what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is.
So, Pop, we're back in the saddle. We're back recording now. How's your vocals? I know I see you still a little rusty a little bit.
Yeah, it's just this hoarseness going on, It comes and goes. I had it yesterday while I was at church.
Okay, look, if Mr. Ed can record a whole TV show, then there's nothing wrong with you being hoarse. That's a good bar.
He on it today. You're right.
But it's good to have you back, Pop. We missed you. Like I said, my wife completely shut down. We haven't did not one more until podcast. Ever since
Is that right?
Yeah. I think she's emotional about that. Because she was worried. But now that maybe that she see this, then she's like, okay, we can come back. So then we're off punishment.
Oh, that's what it is.
So I appreciate you for your sacrifice and everything.
You're quite welcome, sir.
But we want to thank y'all for tuning in to this wonderful episode. Truly glad to have Pop back. Truly glad to be back in the saddle. Truly glad to be still under the King, still worshiping and doing what we need to do for the kingdom.
Hope it helps somebody.
Don't forget to check out that Rise Coffee, tea, cocoa. Link will be in the description. I'll actually put the show, not the show, but the sermon from yesterday that with mom teaching. I think can't not think about it. Okay, that's a lie. It wasn't recorded, so you just got to be in the house. Powerful message, though.
Yes.
I have to. I might try to get her on here. You know, she has a lot going on right now. But mom, if you are listening, we have to have you on the podcast. This lady has a fire in her belly now, and she is ready to knock down anything that is against or opposite or opposing of the kingdom of God. But I'm Mo.
And I'm Pops.
Thank you for tuning in, and we love you.
I love you too.
I can't let it go by. I waited my whole life for a chance like this. It's getting, I know why. I waited my whole life for a chance like this. I can't let it go by. I waited my whole life for a chance like this. It's getting, I know why. It's my season. It's my season.